Okay, welcome to the summary of phase 3. With us here is Dr. Simon Wong. Over to you, Simon.
The phase 3 recordings, which are part of the program for you guys, is a preview into what it would be like for a live experience in what we call the phase 4 live experience. The phase 3 recordings are of previous students who attended live experience through HIPAA compliant, privacy protected Zoom meetings, where we had 8 recordings with 2 hours of live Q&A, where the students were allowed to submit cases for critique. And we included within that process practice manuals that are part of my own practice, as well as the recordings of a day in the life of my practice. Now, due to COVID situations, we haven't been able to run that particular live session yet, but that will be part of the package that is included in your process. Now, the most important component of the 22 hours of scientific CPD credits is that we have 73 cases that were submitted by the dentist who are part of the study group. We have been able to create feedback and critique of the from the PowerPoints that were submitted for the records, and I was able to outline the treatment that I would follow and my recommendations. So during that 12-week process, students were able to upload every 2 weeks their cases for critique and feedback. We set a specific format, which I will share with you so that you've got an idea of some of the materials that were submitted and the way that we helped the students through that process. So in the web page, you'll be able to download one of the examples. And this is a case for Jonathan, one of the pediatric specialists who attended the course and is part of the phase 4 program. She presented her records. We went through the overlay process that we discussed in the introduction course, how we utilize the analysis to give the dentist an understanding of the process, the parents who will be presented this information, an understanding of the analysis, and of course for me to give feedback. We went through things like cephalometric analysis, the intraoral images, the model analysis, and the X-ray evaluation. Then each of the students would present their diagnosis and their treatment plans, and then put together some design that would meet the criteria for the mechanics that are involved in the treatment process. We have records that are progressive. So what that means that as the treatment proceeds through, we ask the students to continue to document and to submit those documentations so that I can oversee the treatment and act as a supervisor of some description. We look at the appliances, how they were designed, how they're being utilized, and we look at the progress of change that occurs with the system that I hopefully will have passed on as to appropriate for the case at hand. We like to look at comparisons, so we set up the process of how we can do before and afters. I'll make specific comments on each of the progresses and give my responses every 2 weeks. The process, as we progress, becomes quite clear to be good information to help everyone understand what actually happens within the patient's mouth and extraorally as well. So the documentation, we try to be as complete as possible and as regular as possible. So every 4 or 6 weeks, new records are taken with the photographs, and we try to get a sense of how it progresses in real time. We can talk a lot, but there's nothing more powerful than images, and the power of taking progress records is invaluable in the learning process for both the dentist and to keep the parents abreast of what's happening in their child's mouth. We talk about the different designs, and I'll have verbal comments, and I will follow up with written comments. And so we keep adding to the collection so that each case becomes a full history of what's going on, how it came about, what we're doing about it, and what we're going to do to make things better for the children. The overall process, I think, has been very, very valuable for the students because they've been able to see what's happening in each other's hands and get my feedback and assistance in that regards.
Terrific. And just to clarify, there's 73 of these cases, and you asked us as part of, operations to classify it and put it into folders by specific classifications, right? And roughly those classifications included, if I recall, things like class 1, crowding versus spacing, class 2, div 1, div 2. I'm not a dentist, so I've got no clue what all this means. High angle, low angle, class 3, pseudo dental, miscellaneous, and open bite dental versus skeletal. So we've put all 73 into week by week, so to speak, as well as classifications. So that is all available in terms of written format in PDF. We converted the PowerPoints into PDF, as well as every 2 weeks we recorded the Zoom call where Simon gave the live critique and got extra questions, obviously, from the particular student. So that's all. It's like a vault, you could say, of all these cases. Very invaluable kind of hands-on, be a fly on the wall to see what others have been doing over that period. So anything else you want to add about, this process, which is really going to be replicated live in phase 4. So once you complete phase 1, 2, 3, which is predominantly the bulk of 60 hours or so of, live sessions that happen, full day sessions, 2-3 hour sessions, Q&A sessions, all recorded systematically, laid out. And then on top of all the practice manuals, on top of all these type of extra resources for people to study, after you go through all that is when you can apply to get into the live mentoring, which is an ongoing thing. We've structured it with Simon so it's every 2 weeks live. You can join at any point. So when you finish phase 1, 2, and 3, when you're ready, when you feel like this is something where you want to take on and in a live experience and submit your own personal cases, that's when you apply to get into phase 4. And application means filling out a form and then scheduling a one-on-one call with Simon to make sure this is a good fit, right? So there's also a few extra parts to phase 3. If you can scroll down, Simon, what else do we have here? Oh, yes, the Facebook group, if I may. We really try to replicate kind of the experience that people had last year, but at the same time, give people the option to compress literally the roughly 9 months that they went through phase 1, 2, and 3. That was spread out. And if you really want to, zoom through all 60 plus hours of content, you can do that at your convenience. But at the same time, we're giving everyone this additional 6 months access to the closed Facebook group where you can submit questions for Simon. Now, when you join the 2-day intro course, you get either 1 or 3 months of access to this closed Facebook group where you can ask questions after the event to Simon related to the 2-day intro course. When you enroll in the advanced program, phase 1 to 3, you get an additional 6 months where you can submit your questions. And there's like close to 100 people in this group, and they can give their feedback. It's a study group, right? And Simon as well will obviously be chipping in, answering questions. Just to clarify, Simon, you can't submit the full 50 pages, whatever Simon requests of people when you get into phase 4 in terms of providing certain x-rays, certain pictures. We have a whole protocol before you submit a case to Simon. We've got specifically what he needs before he can give an evaluation and his own feedback. You can't do that inside the Facebook group because it's not HIPAA compliant, and that's not part of the phase 3 experience in this particular format. It's only available for phase 4. Now, however, you can submit general questions related to the course. And you said, Simon, before we started recording, you can submit like a picture of, anonymized.
Yeah, so we're looking at the various formats that allow for privacy laws and HIPAA compliance, and Facebook does not allow for that. So we're limiting to general questions and any specifics to intraoral images, and trying to give you some answers to questions that are related to general questions for the introduction course and the postural orthodontic advanced phase questions. Mm-hmm. What we are happy to do is help you to understand the material that we've been teaching, the theory that we've been teaching. We do reserve the case records and the specific supervision of clinical cases to the phase 4 program. The phase 3 program, for you guys who have access to the Facebook group, will be general knowledge questions, but you can shoot up an image of an intraoral image of an appliance or of an arch and ask a general question, of course, about that specific malocclusion.
Perfect. And then there's one other point, as you can see on screen here. Last year when we held phase 3, we gave people the option of either just getting the recordings of visiting, a day in the life of Simon, or actually visiting Simon's practice for those who, want to travel to Melbourne, Australia. However, due to COVID, we haven't yet been able to do that. There is always still that option. If you want to reach out to us, send us an email if you want to do a clinical visit. Hopefully by, what's your best guess? Who knows?
We're just waiting for our vaccination program to kick into effect so that the practice staff have been vaccinated, and then we'll open up a little bit more freedom in allowing non-family members to attend the clinics. So at this point in time, we're looking at mid-year when the clinic will be open to having someone come in to either attend clinical session or to help us record the attendance of that clinical session. And what I would recommend is that you contact us if you're interested in this through our info@straightteethnaturally.com email link, and we'll be able to fill you in on those details.
Yeah,
for the in-person one-day clinical with me and my practice.
Yeah, even if you have any interest, to send us an email. There's only limited, obviously, slots that are available later. This is 2021 we're talking about here, hopefully mid third quarter of 2021, where we will start opening up particular dates. So if you're interested, just shoot us an email. Some of you are evaluating this right now in April of 2021, so let us know. We'll give you all the details, etc. And then I guess that's it. So the advanced course format, in summary, you're going to get all the recordings of phase 1, 2, and 3 from last year's live events. You get the recordings of a one-day clinical when we do it. You get the advanced practice manuals, contracts, templates, scripts, the bonus marketing course. For me, I'm the head of marketing at Postural Orthodontics. Simon's brother helping putting this all together logistically, and you get additional 6 months access to our closed Facebook group. My background is not in healthcare. It's all in, strategy consulting with Fortune 100 in the last 20 years, internet startups, and working with thought leaders, Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki's of the world, helping them with their video marketing, helping them with their course creations and so on. So, it's been a lot of fun, obviously, helping my brother put this all together. So we put together, I've had a flagship program that were included for free. There's 20 odd hours of training. If you're interested in social media marketing, video marketing, creating your own content, your own training material down the track, such as we are doing here. So that's included as part of the advanced course. The details, the pricing is down. You'll find it on the website, wherever the latest pricing is. And I believe that's it. So phase 3, a very complete summary to wrap up the advanced program, phase 1 to 3. Phase 4, there's details for phase 4 on the website. You can check that out below, and so on and so forth. All right. So thank you, Simon. Any final comments? That's about it.
No, I think that's going to be an excellent program, a combination of my clinical assistance and Kian's marketing prowess. I think we can help establish a positive change to your early intervention orthodontic practice.
Absolutely. So this is the pricing. I don't know when you're watching this particular video, but we have early bird pricing for the advanced program up until a week after the 2-day intro. But we're having 24th, 25th of July this year. This is going to be the pricing up until that point, and it'll be just a little bit more expensive after that. So if you want to join in, some of you are actually wanting to move a lot quicker. When you buy the premium ticket to the 2-day intro, you actually get the 2-day recordings from last year. So you can zoom through that and apply to get into this advanced program. This is by application as well. You need to fill out a form. Simon will review it and get back to you if he's got any questions, or if he needs to jump on a call with you or not. We'll contact you to see if this is a right fit. We have a lot of details with the FAQs, and I recommend you go through all the details that we've laid out on this page. And feel free to reach out to us if you've got any questions that we haven't clarified on this website. All right. So that wraps up this summary of our advanced program, phase 1 to 3. All right. Okay. Thank you, Simon. Thank you all. Hope to see you either in the live 2-day event, or if you've already completed it, hope to see you inside the Facebook group as part of the advanced program. All right. And hopefully phase 4 when the time comes. All right.
Great.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.